In this lecture, we are going to explore the beautiful world of carbohydrates. I've also inserted some homework for you, which would be helpful to have done before you come to class. So let's move on. This is the lecture roadmap, and essentially it shows you what you will be learning in this particular lecture. I want you to focus in the first instance on slide 2, which is a list of the learning outcomes. The purpose of learning outcomes for you as a student is to allow you to focus on what you need to learn in this lecture. As we go through the lecture, I will put carbohydrates into context for you by having a look at a couple of diseases. We will then go on to explore the structure of carbohydrates, describe the bond that links the carbohydrate units together that form complex carbohydrates. And we finish up the lecture by exploring the interaction of carbohydrates with proteins. This is slide 6 in the lecture, and here we have a description of the basic building block of a carbohydrate, and it is referred to as a monosaccharide. You see here that the monosaccharide is also referred to as a simple sugar and is essentially a hydrate of a carbon. So what we are looking at here is the chemical formula for the monosaccharide. And you see here we have one water attached to one carbon, and we have N on the outside of the bracket. The N refers to the number of carbons that a particular sugar or monosaccharide unit will have, and these can vary in number from 3 to 7 carbons. If N is equal to 3, then the sugar unit is known as a triose. If N is equal to 5, then the sugar unit is a pentose, and if N is equal to 6, the sugar unit is a hexose. We will spend some time looking at the structure of these monosaccharides, exploring the differences between an aldose and a ketose, and there are a number of definitions which I wish you to know before you come to class. These definitions are on slides 10, 11, 12 and 14. As we move on into the lecture then, and once we have explored the structure of the monosaccharides, we will have a look at how they start to come together to form what are known as the complex carbohydrates. This is achieved by one monosaccharide linking to a second monosaccharide through the interaction of the glycosidic bond. And we will learn the nomenclature of these bonds and know what an alpha 1,4 glycosidic bond is, as is found in the disaccharide maltose. We then go on to have a look at chains of monosaccharides. If there are anywhere between 3 and 12 monosaccharides in the chain, it's referred to as an oligosaccharide. And chains of monosaccharides with numbers greater than 12 and all the way up to hundreds of monosaccharides are known as polysaccharides. We then go on to have a closer look at some of these complex carbohydrates. We will spend time examining the structure of glycosaminoglycans, which is composed of repeating units of a disaccharide complex, which is shown here. We then explore the interaction of proteins attached to glycosaminoglycans, and these entities are known as proteoglycans, and they have a specific role to play in the body. We then wrap up the lecture looking at another interaction of carbohydrates with proteins and have a look at glycoproteins. That wraps up the lecture today. And thank you for your attention.